No, sorry. I had to do something real quick. I'm here now. And I think it's about time we game. Hopefully the internet doesn't kill itself again today. That would be awesome, I think. Yeah, sorry, I had to handle something. I had to deal with something real quick. Because I had accidentally ordered something that I didn't need and did not have, or did not order something that I did need. Damn. Mail is getting through my spam filter. You see, I don't know if you guys are like tech enough, but if you paid attention to the Discord, I've ordered a new Raspberry Pi, and that's because I needed more power for one to host some of the things that I want to do with it. Now, the idea was to get a split, like a network switch, to be able to split an Ethernet cable into multiple, because I don't have enough Ethernet cables. And I had two ones that I wanted to choose from, and I accidentally ordered the wrong one, which I should not have even considered because it only had 100 Mbps max speed, which would not be good. So that's fixed now. It's becoming Patrick Bateman. That's more cost effective than buying a new Raspberry Pi. Well, actually, I discovered today that this Raspberry Pi still works. It's still fully functional. It's just that the Wi-Fi module doesn't work anymore. But to actually host the modded Showdown server, I need to get, I need to make, I need to get more processing power. And to do that, I'm going to need to get a better Raspberry Pi. Because I'm going to have to get my own website up and running to actually allow people to connect to it. Sure, cheese. Sure thing. Alright, so as you can see, I've just planned the researches for... No thanks. Please don't. As you can see, I've just planned the researches for construction robotics. The idea is that we're going to be spending a little bit of time setting up the production of all intermediary products for automatic robotics, and then we start setting up a train line to get resources to our refinery outpost. So for that, I already have engines automated because I use them for science. I upgraded the entire base to red belts, by the way, since I last streamed. So these are all red now. Might have missed a couple, but, you know, we can check that with an upgrade planner. Yep. Okay, apparently there's still a bunch of yellow in here, which is fine. I guess that's this. That doesn't need to be fast. Actually, this is have... Oh, that's just not getting enough iron ore. It'll be fine. So, we're going to need to automate trains. I have a small little mall over here for getting belt components. I really should automate loaders, but also I am too lazy to. I kind of want to automate electric furnaces, but I think if I just go back here, for electric furnaces you need red circuits, you need bricks, and you need steel. I think if I were to just send some steel down this place, I could do some temporary electric furnace construction over here, which would be really neat. Can I do that? If I do this, this loader can go over here. And chest. And then I have plenty of space to add the thing that I wanted to add over there. So, that goes in. This can be replaced now. Which means if I want to send a belt of steel down here, I can do that. There we go. And then we have a little bit of steel trickling in now. Oh. I don't remember. Steel is used for... It's used for engines, right? Yeah. And that's about it. Cool. So we'll bring the steel down here. I will bring the red circuits down here. And then I'll also bring the bricks down here in a second. It's time to spaghetti this. Oh, the beautiful spaghetti. That's the bricks. We don't have fast enough steel production, but that's because we don't have fast enough iron production. I think this problem could be solved by doing this a while. This will now always default to producing steel. One yellow loader, please. I'm really underproducing. I'm really underproducing the science, but that's fine. And we actually have a little more steel trickling in. Good. And then lastly, I would like to have access to this stuff as well. I have an idea. See, if I do this, only half of the belt is actually used. Oh no, I don't really think I can do that. I need a lot of stone bricks. Yeah, so I can do this. And then split this here. And now I have all three of my ingredients ready. Good! I will very quickly go put this in here though. No, I'll keep some going. Do I have enough assemblers? No, I really don't. Wait, more iron, please. We'll let that cook a bit while we plan out how to set this up. So we have 3 input belts. And one assembler has a 3x3 input side, right? So my first thought would be to do something like this. Let me bring some power over here real quick. You know what? No, I'm just gonna ghost build this. There we go. This would be the default setup, right? But I think you have just sent this underground, and then you bring this around in a loop. I think that's how you do it. And the medium power poles are big enough to... I'm gonna scream, dude. Yeah, the medium power poles are big enough. Cool, so this is our setup. One, two, three, 4. That should be enough, I think. If it isn't, then I really don't know what's going on. I'm going to need more medium power poles too. Need more copper. And a little bit more iron. I do need a bunch of these. But they're not as important as the assemblers. So I think these will just go onto a belt. Do I still have wooden poles, or did I throw them away somewhere? I'll just use medians. Something like that. And that will go onto a belt. That will load into a box. Shit. Actually, a powerful solution. Something like this can work. And then we limit the box to that. Blueprint Shotgun is such a good mod. Get a little bit more iron. Make some additional inserters. What else can you do with plastic again? Oh yeah, LDS. No, that's interesting. Oh. That's a texture that was just taken from Dyson Sphere program. I think that's funny. Alright, while this is handcrafting, let's go get some modular armor. Nice. That's some electric furnace. We'll need to get proper automation set up at some point, but for now that's all good. Modular armor. Let's see. What would we need for solar panel? Batteries require sulfuric acid, right? Yeah, I haven't made that yet. I might do something very painful and wait. Oh no, I can't wait with that. I was going to wait with it until I constructed the new base, but that might not be the best idea then. This research is getting done rather quickly. Let's get the remainder of all of these done. Get that cooking. And start with a rocket fuel. Hi Ragnar, hope you're doing well today. And then once we have rocket fuel, we also want to get uranium mining. The idea is that the new base will be powered on uranium. Oh, sorry, on nuclear. There's a small patch here, but there's a big patch over there. And there's also a rather big patch over here. Like, there's enough uranium to go about for a little while. So if we have uranium mining, we can actually start, like, powering our base with something a little beefier. Now, I don't intend to use my custom train blueprint set for the actual stations. I think I'm just going to have some limited things going around. And then later we'll do something a little more special. But all I'm sending around for a while is ores. I want a decent bus base before I start making like an actually like sizable like a sizable base for what's it called? Going into space. So that'll just take a while. I probably should be finding something better to do now, but I'm just relaxing and having a little bit of a nibble, you know? Oh yeah, that is super dependent on the steel production, alright. I don't even know if it's worth it to make all of these extras. I mean, I'll keep them, but I'll just limit the steel to go to here. And I'll take the steel off the belt. Let's see. I'll take all of this. Oh, I shouldn't take too many of the red circuits. I'll keep some, I guess. And then I'll tear this down. Thank you, Blueprint Shotgun. And then I'll bring the rest of this steel over here. I have a bunch of steel in chests. I would put it on the belt, but I've been using this for handcrafting. And if I put it on the belt, it's gonna get devoured immediately. And then I don't have any handcrafting steel. Which would be very unfortunate, because at that point I would be kinda sucked. Hi, Talon. Sick, we're starting to get some electric furnace. The reason why I want rocket fuel when I'm already making electric furnace is quite simple. Rocket fuel go in the train. Alright. So. Let's do some automation for trains. And some automation for bots. I think that would be a good idea. Get rid of these trees. Alright, there we go. So let's start with a little bit of a mini train mall. And let's set that up first. I don't actually have green circuits on the bus yet. It's not a good thing. So we'll just make some on-site. I could also see if I could extend this. Rails need stone, steel, and sticks. So I'll put that somewhere else. I don't think that goes here. Yeah, I didn't bring steel up here. Could I? Could I spaghetti some steel up in here? I could. Well, I will. My brain poses me a question. Oh, that's still assembly 1. If I do this, I move this stuff like this. Instead of sushi or like doing it over there, could I do that instead? And yes, I can. Optimization! Yippee! Okay. So. I know the iron sticks. The sticks would be used for... Oh, these need engines, right. What do you need for engines again? I could make some engines on site. You don't need that many trains. But using supersonics would be really funny. You see, bot mods unfortunately aren't possible yet. because we simply don't have the technology for them. For bot malls, I would need the logistics system, which is unfortunately locked behind space science. Oh, what the hell? Apparently it isn't. Oh, you start making space science on Monuna. So this allows you to make space science on space platforms. And this allows you to do it on Monuna. Okay, makes sense. That's going to be interesting. Alright, so let's say we wanted to start making some... I mean, some of the signals would be pretty easy. Signal. That needs green circuits. Actually, hold on. That needs metal plates, which are on this belt. And needs green circuits. And I will limit you to 2 stacks. There we go. And you're the same thing. Cool. So, signals, that is done. That's in the mall. Stations require sticks. I could get stone over here, I think. But I don't think that's a good idea. But will I? Just because I could doesn't mean I should. Undergrounds, please. Here it goes. Stone is here. Okay, let's do rails next, because they require sticks. So my plan would be I don't have enough power poles. Okay, let's ghost build this then. So this is for rails. You put that into a chest. Rails, I'll limit to that. They need steel, which it's going to get off of this line. Stone, which it'll get from over here. Actually, yeah, now I think about it, I will let the stone run up to here in advance, and this will just go over. Do I even need those? Yeah, I need them for the engines. So this is access to stone now. Now it still needs access to sticks. So we'll put a little sticks factory right over here. Which, yet again, needs plates. This is an intermediary product, so I can just let the belts keep going. Oh, we're running out of iron. I see that. One smelter's not able to keep up anymore. Yeah, we're gonna need more ore processing soon. Cool, so that will get everything it needs. This will get everything it needs. Oh. Evil WhatsApp noise. Cool, so we're now making rails. Sick. Then, disconnecting that will disconnect the oil, so let's put that back. Over there will be fine. Because now I also want to make train stops. Maybe not over there. Over there works. If I don't power this, the oil pumps over here will run dry, and then I won't have any oil to process. Which would be suboptimal. Yeah, okay, so it's cracking on demand now. Good. So this needs mostly stuff from here, but also stuff from here. Now this is very cursed. But why not just do this? Right? And it's getting its stuff. It's not getting it very fast, though. I'm going to make this a little faster. This split outputs to the right, and this keeps going here, and then I can use a fast inserter. Like that. Good. I'm going to have to get military at some point. Wait, these need rocket launchers. Oh, this is Spiderling. It's a small one. It's a little guy. What do we need to discover Meraxes? Oh, we need a bunch of these science bugs. There we go. So, these are now automated. That's probably overkill. Yeah, we'll just keep it at that. Cool, then we keep going. I hate nature. How many nades do I have? I have enough nades, but also I really don't want to damage these things. Get rid of all this nature stuff. Natural resources, those are to be exploited. Oh, the horrible thought of actually having to do all of my production on Navis just came to my mind. So this needs steel, iron gear wheels, and plates, which is stuff that is already all supplied here. Goes into a chest, and we'll store like that. That'll be good enough. That. Then the same goes for... Oh, that requires a bunch more stuff, huh? Storage tank, pipe. I could make storage tanks. I'm gonna need them anyway. Same with pipes and underground pipes. And if I'm at it, I don't have copper here, so I don't think I can automate those on this line. Okay, let's automate pipe to ground. And then over here we do pipe. Because then we can also pass the pipe to its neighbor. So this would be the storage tank. Oh, that's completely ran out of iron too. Yeah, it's all getting devoured. I don't think this mine's fast enough. Yeah, it's the speed of the mine. How much is still in there? 700 something K? Yeah, you can see the miners are starting to run out. So I'm going to have to get this patch soon. That would really help. Maybe even this patch, this small one, just burn through it. That's also a rather large patch, 12 million. Extend this here. So this will put it on like a mini belt. That I can call on like this. Oh, the storage tank doesn't even need any of that. Then I should make the storage tanks up here and the fluid wagons over here. Because pipes are used for anything else I want to make right now? I guess pumps? That's about it, I think. You need iron plates, and then the pipes, and then you need iron plates too. Like that. And it will now start making. So this needs 8 pipes, 1 storage tank. So we pass in the storage tank from over here, which is going to take from this and that. We don't need that many storage tanks, fortunately. And this will need steel and iron gear wheels. So that means it has to grab from this. How much steel does it need? It needs a lot of steel, actually. So this goes to the right. Do a fast inserter here. This goes out. I did automate cargo wagons, right? Yeah. I'll do the same for fluid wagons. You now have that. And this. So that's technically automated, even if it's not great. As long as it's being made, I'm happy. And then for trains, we need to make some... We need to make some engines. And for engines, we need pipes, which we have. We need gear wheels, which we have. It's not going to be great to produce trains this way, but I don't care. So this needs iron gear. It still needs steel. And this needs green circuits and steel, which is double that, and then it needs the engine. Alright, so that's trains automated. Little Mall is expanding, even if we're, yeah, we're really low on iron. Guess I'll just have to expand to up top there. Do I have any miners on me? I do have a bunch of miners on me. Power poles, yes, okay. I'm just wondering how I'm going to get all of it into the setup. But I'll figure that out when we get there. Explosives damage research. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that. That is 200 military science. Which needs walls and piercing ammo. So I'll need 100 piercing ammo. How expensive is that? 100 steel, 200 copper, and then 400 iron. Yeah, that's doable. Hold on, let me just chuck this in there. $400 iron. Take the steel back real quick. It's only enough for oh, it's 50 times, so that does make 100. Wait, hold on. Let me start with the wall real quick. I'm going to need more grenades as well. So for 200, I would need 200 walls, and 200 walls is equal to 1,000 bricks. That is 1,000 bricks. That's 200 walls. Get the cooking. 50, so this makes 100. I needed 100 or 200? I needed 100. So that gets to cooking now too. And then the grenade needs 10 coal and 5 iron. And I will need 100 grenades. So that is 1,000. Is that a... Yeah, that is 1,000 coal. And then 500 iron. So I'm gonna start slurping off the belt now. I should take the deconstructible miners. Well, we really are chewing through coal, huh? Oh, I already have way too much. Oops. You can have that back, actually. Do you have power nearby? I do, cool. I don't want this. Bye-bye. Oh, why did my inventory get so much bigger? Is it because of the logistics robots? Probably. I didn't get assembling 3 yet, right? Oh, that's, yeah, that makes sense. Rare earth refinement. Oh, I see. I thought there was more than one ore that added gold. Or more than one mod. Yeah, seemingly. Wait, what's going on here? Interesting. And we see the conduits again. That's going to be fun. None of these words are in the Factoriopedia. Unfortunately they are. Right. I needed to craft the military science so I could start researching stronger explosives, so I only need 1 for trees. Let's take out the expended miners and then set up the new iron income. How you doing, Flute? I'm alive again. Hell yeah! Alright, let's do the same for the coal and copper, I guess. I'll assume because stone hasn't been used at all that patch is still good. They're resurrected from the dead. Why did you go to Germany? Why were you there? Went to a concert? Ah! Hope you had a good time. This thing is still balling, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. And also the big cathedral in Cologne. Hey. Yeah, I spent money today. I bought Raspberry. Bought another Raspberry Pi because I needed it. I needed it for a little project of mine. Wait a second. Don't you already have one? Yes. Yes, I do already have a Raspberry Pi, but that's a Raspberry Pi Model 3. It only has 1 GB of RAM. And if I want to start hosting, like, websites, I'm going to need a more powerful one. So if I want to host the custom Showdown server, which, by the way, if you're interested, Fluke, you can join the Discord server. It's linked in mine. We'll spend some time making some fun changes to Pokemon in a little bit. I originally was going to do that today, and then I spent the time instead looking how to... Pokemon confuses me. Yeah, but funny Ice Monkey go bonk. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's the wrong belt type. Let me just reconfigure this. Now you're speaking my language. I know, right? Yeah, no, I made a custom mod loader for Showdown, and I'm going to be hosting it on my own website that I'm going to be setting up once I have the stuff. Once I have everything. And then yeah, custom Showdown. Going to be cool because I want to. Won't be the busiest thing, but you know. Let's see, this produces 21, so that's just one belt. So let's do a quick upgrade planner. Anything that's yellow goes to red. Yellow to red. Yellow to red. There we go. And then you 3 to 1. Blueprint shotgun is the goat. Alright, sick. 3 to 1. Let's start bringing this down here. I know, spaghetti. It is what it is. Let's Okay, so we have access to uranium mining. Let's start getting the rest of the rocket components researched. Cool, so that should have helped a good bit. These are not getting fed mostly sufficient supplies of iron. I'll still set this to upgrade. No, there's no point. If this is going to be the sole supplier for like half the setup. But it's nice to see a little bit more iron flowing through. How many of these do we have at this point? There we go. Decent amount. Yeah, I think... Yeah, this should be enough. The science is still cooking. That'll take a while. We expanded the iron. Is it enough iron? We'll manage. It's at least filling the second half of the belt now, which is good. Are there any more items I want to make right now? Maybe like a substation would be nice. But I can always snag some red circuits from the chest. Right, we were gonna make bot components. And for that, we'll most likely need lubricant over here, because that means I think we start with electric engines. And rocket fuel. Yeah, I should bring the fluids over here. If I can. How much longer is this base living? Will I need to expand the mall? Probably not this small. Come to think of it. I haven't even made a single one. Because the engines haven't been fed, and the engines haven't been fed because I don't have enough iron coming in. It keeps getting eaten by these. Yeah, I guess that just has to be fine. These are actually getting consumed now, too. Is that because I'm sending them somewhere? No. It's because I don't have enough iron to produce anymore. Damn. Well, let's get the liquids on over. They're over here. And I will probably end up requiring pumps. So, let's make a couple of those. Excuse me? I wanted to make 100 of that. What am I missing? So I have 85 now. So I'll need 15 more. Oh, so you're telling me it's the iron again. And the stone. Oh, and I will need more coal. Great. Don't you love it? And now I'm missing steel. So I am now at... Wait, why is that making 77? You know what? Fucking whatever. I don't care anymore. It'll deal with itself. Alright, so we actually have lubricant in here now. But it doesn't look to be that much. Because we're... just like... we're not using enough petroleum gas, actually. No, we're not using enough light oil. This thing is buffered on light oil. But we'll make it work. No can do. I'll just leave them up and around. Just like that. Is that a good idea? Because this needs to connect here. Like that. And then I'll just wrap them around. I'll bring them across here over there. Is that even a good idea? It is what it is. Pipeline extent is a myth. Besides, it's not how pipeline extent works anyway. Weirdly enough, pipeline extent is based on like how far away, like you can make a pipe very long, but it's about like the maximum width, I think, or like the maximum width times height is it reaches. Hi, Skork Pleb. How you doing? Okay, so here you can very easily turn this corner by just copy pasting this a bunch of times. Then we go this way. Oh, yeah. Right there. Locomotive. And I'm out of pipes. Last of June, I'm doing fine. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Even if, admittedly, I don't know what that is. I'm not the brightest one. Also, I mostly just don't know English anatomy. Shin bone. Ah. Yeah, that... Yikes. Don't know what else to say, I'll be honest. Except for, yikes. Hope you're doing better now. Hope it doesn't happen again. If I said the opposite, that would be very mean. And also not be true. Alright, do I just bring them down here, no? One, two, three, four, five. Gonna tear down some of these trees. Man, sometimes really whatever I say is just like brain moment. Me when I'm tizzy pilled. So just like that. No. Cool. Okay. There we are. So those will be the fluids that we have available. I'll bring them over from over here. Utility science, I might as well research that. Actually, power armor might be a better play. This is definitely going to crash the pipes out. So let's add the pumps in here while I still can. So I should have made a couple pumps. Like that. This way they're all powered. And then I'll get rid of this because it's no longer spaced correctly. And lastly, I'm just going to hope it can connect to this pump section. Because if it can't, then I'm going to be very sad. Please? Okay, phew. That's good for me. And I'm out of undergrounds again. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. I'm so hungry. I could eat an underground. Wait, something's not right over there. No, well, it is what it is. There we go. Waiter, more oil resources, please. More petrol. I need more petrol. Okay, there we go. That should hopefully be enough for now. Something seems very wrong here. Yeah, here for some reason the order inverts. So I'll try to make it look a little better by adding a pipe in there that I don't have. There we go. Lube. Alright. Now you... Okay, you have actually pumped the liquids into this pipe. Cool, we have access to these liquids here now. That's good. So let's start. So the robotics things, these need batteries. So we're going to have to make sulfuric acid. Probably on site. I will probably want to make sulfuric acid like over here and add it to an additional pipe. So this would be the sulfuric acid pipe. Talking about pipes, can I have a couple more? Thank you. And undergrounds if you have them. Underground machine is hungry. Okay. Yeah, so let's add sulfuric acid to here. Sulfuric acid is made out of sulfur, iron, and water. So we'll have to make some sulfur, but sulfur is made from water and petroleum, so that should be reasonably easy. Then also I will grab a quick fluid storage tank from over here. And we will store some of this. Like that. Nice. Then... add one more over here. There we are. This will need water. So I will probably... Actually, how am I going to feed the sulfur? Now I think about it. How will I feed the sulfur? This will go there. That'll go there. This will be a belt going up for sulfur. So in case I need more sulfur, I'm bringing this belt down. Like that. Then over here go a couple chemical plants to make sulfur, which will need water. If I just do this, shit. There we go. 7 screws and a stainless steel plate on my left shin to keep the tibia fracture secured. Honestly, sounds like the doctors went and did something pretty good. Hopefully it stays in place, and hopefully you don't have to worry about that anymore. I know one of my friends, who I think is also in chat, I'm not sure. He's partially made out of metal too. I can't didn't get more metal in me last year, the curse was broken. The curse! The curse! Yeah, I think I'll end up putting the sulfur in through here. Then having the chem plants over on this side. You see, my plan was to see if I could get the petroleum in over this way, and then immediately sink it in the floor again, and just alternate the pattern. Like this. Wait, no, the other way around. Which is not the greatest setup. But it can work. There we go. This is where the fluid's supposed to go. Yeah, if the petrol needs to go in, then I'm kind of in trouble here. Unless... there we go. Genius thought, just store it there. This is such spaghetti, but I love it. So, sulfuric acid. Let's see. Sulfuric acid to make, we need to put in water. We should go in over here. There goes the water. And I forgot all about the iron plates, but I should be able to supply those with a belt from over here. Split off of this, output to the right. There we go. And then I need to get petrol in, which... fuck. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. I think I can manage. Somehow. Well, that's not very cool of you. The fucking spaghetti is real. Holy shit. Okay, we're making sulfur now. Finally get rid of some of this too. And sulfuric acid production. Nice. Alright, wicked. Now what? Right, sulfuric acid was needed to make batteries. I wanted to set up... This requires iron gear wheels, which I can make, and steel, which you can also make. And then circuits. Selector combinator, my beloved. Huh. You'd expect this to be locked behind the space science stuff. But it really isn't. It just kind of shoves it. You could just try to research it. I mean, you could try, but you won't get far. Alright. Oh, elevator rails. Cool. Now, this acid is slowly filling up. You're low on sulfur, aren't you? Yeah. I see why. That should help. I'm going to... just casually do something real quick. Anyways, so... To get... What am I looking here? I need to look over here. To get these bots automated, I need to get... Okay, I need to get red circuits over here. Do I need Logibots automated? At least I want flying drone frames automated. And I think that just requires these engines. Yeah. Engines and batteries. So I'll be making both. And I think it's about time I actually put some circuits on the bus too. So let's do that first. Let's start putting some green circuits on the bus, because I forgot to do that. So this would be the green circuit belt. Maybe even 2. That is 30 items a second. So I will need intermediate green circuit. I will need 2 times red belt, please. I have assembler 2. Oops. 40 assemblers. I don't actually have that. Hold on. Make a couple. Hello, Mr. Factorio. Hi, how you doing, killer? Oh, that is just for the, so I'll need another 120. For 120 assembly 2, I will need 440 steel. So that's just a little bit more steel. That's good enough. 120, fucking 500 iron gear wheels. I'll just take a bunch of iron. Start making red things. Not really. I did refine the design earlier. I did improve it. So this is the design I was using. Let me just still rather slow. So this is the design that I was using, but flipped. And then this is the design I could come up with, which actually made slightly more, but still does assume you need to bring in the green circuits and the plastic. Factory's growing, yeah, it's not growing too fast. It's growing a little slow, I'll be honest, but it's fine. I was going to make like 120, right? It's nowhere near enough. It's the fucking iron. Then it's the copper. And eventually it'll be steel. There we go. Well, at least I've got, like, the reasonably consistent science output, which is nice. Okay. I'm not sure I'll be making 2 full belts of green circuits. I think 1 belt's good enough for now. So for greenies, we bring up an iron belt. I will have to. Do this real quick. We bring up an iron belt. We bring the, just wanted to hop in and say, hey, good luck, have fun with the game. Yeah, I'm chilling. On a relaxed time over here. So, let's quickly create a good setup for greenies. So, can I put these directly adjacent to one another? That might be optimal. Greenies, and you will go quiet now. See, usually when I use greenies, I do this, so I can put this nicely in the middle. Which might just be the better option. Like this. Then shit. Huh! Also, I could have just, you know, done that. .5 seconds recipe. Yeah, I kind of want to flip these two belts. So we can keep this here. Just going to have to wrap this around. Actually, no, I can not make it difficult for myself. There we go. And I will somewhere find a place to balance it. Problem for future me. I could also just do this and then have the iron go over here, have the iron go to the other side, and then we merge in the middle. No, that would mean this stays. Right, so this is that input setup. This goes short, this goes long. And then this needs enough copper to be supplied. Yeah, there's no real way to getting around that, is there? I think this is a decent setup. Going to need to get a couple more red belts, but I think that's the setup we'll be using. Waiter, more red belts, please. Thank you. Let's see. I can do this, I think. I'll do it over here instead. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm out of blue inserters. Damn. More iron. More copper. I should just be taking green circuits from the little box that I have set up. I think that would improve things drastically, but also I am way too lazy. Okay, I don't have enough military science yet. I'm missing, what, 52? These are crafted in 2s, so I need 26. There we go. And then for the rest, it's just like coal, iron, steel, and copper. Okay. I'll also need long-handed. Oops. Long-handed inserter is iron, mostly. Good enough. And then I will flip this. And this will go over here. That works perfectly, even. Alright, do I have enough long-handeds? Should do. Okay, let's get the... Oh, there's no more iron coming in. Oopsies. Smile. I should get copper in here as well. We're making greenies now. Yippee! Green circuit on the bus, what will we do? Huh. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's just going to take a while. I'll have to deal with it. Let's see. So the next part would be... I mean, I could just bring the belt of reds down here. In between the steel over here. Is that doable? I think so. And there we are. That will soon be red chip. Good. I'm fighting the bloody tide of my my belts. Then to actually split this and get it into here, my plan is to divert this. Goes into an underground. Meanwhile, this underground pops out. That's a load-bearing power pole. Oops. the circuits doing? There we are. I did a little oopsie, I think. Yep. Definitely did. Hi, Chuck. Hi, Corin. How you doing? Hello, I just want to lurk. Hi. Fair dues, fair dues. Cool, so we have circuits. But I don't think I have enough inserters yet. You know, I definitely don't. I need greenies, which, I mean, there's a source of greenies right here, so let me just take some of these. I'll take a couple hundred, yeah, sure. I felt brave, so I have armored biters on. Damn, braver than I am. Holy shit. I'm playing on without enemies. I turned them off. I didn't want to bother. I wanted to have fun playing the game. And so I am. I'm having fun playing the game. A lot of it even. Alright, so, let's see. Your first solo? Yeah, I did mostly duo before this. Or partially duo before this. Roboport. Construction bot. Okay, let's actually get the engines to go. We do have lube at our disposal here. So I think we have all the ingredients, actually. Because I can just do this. And then the engines will also have to be carried across. Like this. I'm really deeply out of steel, huh? If it doesn't go into science, it shouldn't, like, if it doesn't go into science, it has priority, I guess. But, like, all of this stuff with steel can eventually, like, back up. But now it isn't doing that. And I would like the malt to keep working. So I'll just reroute all the steel to the non-science parts, and I will put the science on halt, I think. There just, like, isn't enough iron to go into steel. Now these things shit out a good bit of steel. Excuse me. Nice. Yeah, there's no more science to go around now, but that's intended, right? Like I just said I would do that. Do I care about lasers first? That's mostly military science stuff now. Yeah, all of it needs military science, so I don't really care because I don't have that set up yet. Also, we're getting train braking. But I'm most likely going to space before having set up purple, even if... Purple and yellow give a good bit of useful stuff now. Let's see. Yeah, mining productivity. But this was the annoying one. Yep. You could get away with 40 if you have 200 plate furnaces and are not using any of the plates. 40 should consume all of it, I think. But also steel plate productivity. Oh, I think I might need to start making a little bit of purple so I can get a little bit of this. Because what, like yellow science is also a thing? And this gives... What's going on here? Okay. And this is for Moshine. Okay. Well, I'm definitely interested to go to that. What else? Allows building elevated rails also on the deep parts of the oil ocean on Fulgora. Yeah, that's a pretty useful one. I'm very tempted to go to Vulcanus first. Though I think the agricultural science pack is pretty goated. Agricultural science pack. Stack inserters are really nice to have. Yeah, stack inserters are really nice to have. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. I was making these, right? Yeah, and then I need lube. Shit. Lube is here. Cool. For that I need assembly 2 if I'm not mistaken. That's not the right thing. I'm trying to make these. Yep. we are. And then here I will just do that, right? Actually, how slow is this? 10 seconds? I'm just building up at the moment until I get bots, so I start my real base. Yeah, I'm trying to make bots for a real base right now. It's just, you know, it's been a little while. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And like that. Actually, I think it would look a little better if I did it like this. Blueprint shotgun the goat. Thank you, Blueprint shotgun. Do I need another set? No, I'll keep it at this. All things like if I look at this, I immediately see like I need to flip these. Because I'll need more of these than the others. Good enough. Wowie. Funny engines. At a very slow pace, but I do have them. Wait a second. Your place too far away. Okay, cool. Connect these. Oh, and I'm out of undergrounds. Great. That is something to fix real quick. I love how weird he looks when he holds the gun out like that. Yeah, dude. Holy undergrounds. Let's go. Rather ugly, but I don't care. Engines. Nice. Should be sufficient loop buffer, no? Nah, it's still building up. It'll take a little while, but... What else is heavy oil used for in this? Electrolyte. Super sealant substance from Meraxis. Asphalt. Refined tar that can be made into concrete. Ah. Considering this comes from corundum. Yeah, that's... What? Made in hydro plant. That sounds busted as hell. Alright, I'll queue up some of the things that only need blue, but we're going to be stuck in a moment without a way to research. Because I simply don't have enough research, like technologies to research. Alright, or not enough different science specs. But we probably won't need to research for a little while. I think we'll be fine. I'll just chop some of these trees down. Oh, it's already kind of late. Oh. It might be wise for me to not keep going for too much longer then. Let's set up flying robot frames and then call it a night. How about that? That sounds like a pretty decent idea. So, flying robot frames. Oh, they also need batteries. Shit. Copper, iron, and sulfuric acid. How do I do this a smart way? That happens for sure. Alright, that merges both of those. Cool. Kind of make some batteries. Holy shit, iron's backing up. Or steel's backing up. Nice! Okay, so we have iron and copper. Then we'll be taking in some of this. Some sulfuric acid. There we go. Sulfuric acid, please. Thank you. And then from that, we will make batteries. That's a bit long of a line, maybe. Batteries. Am I blind? Batteries are a chemical plant thing. Damn, okay. I completely forgot about that. Cool, now I can do this. And I'm going to be happy. Fuck. Alright, cool, it works now. Batteries. Actually, how do you make sulfuric? Oh, right. I was like, how do you make sulfuric acid on Fulgora? But sulfur comes from oil for some reason. Did not know oil was, or petroleum even, was that much sulfur. Anyways, batteries. Will I load these just to spike the power cables? Sure. Oh, shit. Alright, cool. See, the downside of loaders is that they're so fucking big. The upside is that they're really easy to work with. And they are performant as hell. I'll drop these on the fully stacked belt even if it's really cursed. I'll put every once in a while. They're still making the same amount, so that's fine. Yippee! Steel! Yay! Alright. Oh, we're running out of engines. Why are we running out of engines? We don't have... iron ingredient shortage. We don't have enough pipes, and we don't have any pipes because we're not getting any iron. Me when I just do random shit until it works. We'll design something proper later. Anyways, now we have the batteries, we have the electric engines, we have everything for flying robot friends, I think. Oh god. I don't even remember why I have this mod. Spoilable 7 seconds. But the frozen version makes frozen. I would like to see the item properties, please. I think this is really funny though. Can't wait to tinker around with that. Wait, that's a spoilable? Huh. Alright then. Flying robot frames. Steel, battery, and greenies. So I will need to tap off of the steel tube once again. That is too close. I've come to realize now. Had a lapse in judgment. Okay, so I need steel, battery, greenies. Is that it? And the engine units. So yeah, okay. I shouldn't be doing this. This is stupid. So these are going this way immediately. These are going this way. These are going this way. And then this is the steel. There we go. Yeah, okay, cool. They're just really slow, huh? Whatever. That doesn't need any lubricant, right? No, it doesn't. So, we have a 4-belt set, like 4-belt input. And we have an assembly machine that can only take 3 items from one side. So, we might as well feed the steel from the other side. Wow. Time to take this down again. As for giving the machine all the items it needs, we just just repeat a setup like this. This keeps going. This is an underground from here to here. And then this weasels its way in, like that. Then here we can insert the steel that we need. Actually, if this is how I extract the items, could I insert... I think I could do this. Yeah. And then this is where the steel actually comes in. This needs to split. This needs to split. I might need to make a good bit of space, because I don't like how this looks. It's too cramped. It's too cramped. Out, out! Yeah, so this needs to split. Fuck. How do I solve this? So the TLDR is I cannot underground that. So this has to go straight. Sorry, no, not that. This has to go straight. Oh, holy shit, that actually got me. This is for the greenies. Munch, munch. This is for the reds. Cool. The belt continues. Belt spaghetti. My favorite. Why have you stopped producing? You're out of iron. Where's all the iron getting eaten? Still need it up there. Steel is nice and all, but I would prefer to have a good supply of iron that's consistent. Because I need it for goddamn everything. Actually, hold on, I have a better idea from... I think I know a better place to take that. Should have... put a chest right there. Oh, hell yeah. Wicked. There we go. Now we're able to paste this. And the seal is offset by 1. Get rid of this. Oh, you're kidding, dude. I'm starting to really dislike medium power poles for some reason. Maybe it's because they're always one tile too small. It's always one goddamn tile, dude. Nades clears 3 well. Yeah, I know. I just don't have any on me right now. Probably should make some. There we go. And then the input, I'm going to need more undergrounds. Let me go grab those real quick. Hey Maul, I'm here. Bye Maul. Flying robot frames. And you don't have any batteries or steel. Right. Why are you only holding 2? What? What do you mean output full? Whatever, if they're gonna be annoying about it, just spit it out unstuck at that point. There we go. But that's flying robot frames done. Not too shabby. But I do think I will call the night from here. I think I think I've done enough for now. The factory's grown slightly. Can't wait to actually start making the main base here, or like the medium base. So that's gonna be it for me. Okay, call the night. Night night. Hope you had a good time. Bye bye.